Hello and welcome into another episode of Trading Card Shop Simulator. You might notice a large delay between uploading episodes. I apologize. My internet went out. All is well. All is good for now. So we're gonna go back. Opening up some cards. Um, Pausing this real quick. Hang on. I am sorry about that. Opening some packs. Not too special just yet. 16 bucks is pretty good. Title is pre-titled "We Pulling Heat," but not yet. So far, nothing outside of it just paying for itself. $25 altogether is not too bad though. I'm wondering. I do know I have it recorded, but I get another God pack. I wonder if this is that episode, like an all ghost God pack. This is the second to last episode before I take a break on this. After this series will come a um series of Schedule One to take its place, going alongside Spyro. Um, that will go for about 27 episodes. So I'm looking forward to it. That one's already pre-narrated. That one I streamed live. If you don't already follow me at Twitch, it's never too late. Um, as long as power's there, I stream daily. I get some stuff done first. Look for some work. That all has to come before I get on the stream. I record one of these episodes for now. I'm doing this. I'll probably do a voiceover for Spyro. Haven't quite decided yet. $59. Hell yeah! I'm telling you, these like comments are where all the good cards are. Oh, did I not do one of these? Interesting. During my internet outage, I played Mario Wonder again, where I 100% into the game for the second time. I was gonna try and do it with no, because if you're like certain characters like Yoshi or um that purple rabbit guy, I can't think of his name right now. Navi, that doesn't sound right. Um, you can't be hurt by. The only way you can die is if you fall or touch something that would instantly kill anyone else. I was trying not to do that, but the last two levels are apparently I was really close um to beating the one. I was only like a little bit a ways away, but I was trying too hard to get the purple star. Not getting anything must be full. So I did a review of all my um Steam games. I pulled up my Xbox. I clearly am not gonna get through it all. I'm gonna try to skip over any that I've already um reviewed. I have Anthem on here. We all know how bad that turned out. I was actually pretty excited for that one, but even while I was going, it just really wasn't much of my thing. Apex Legends. I need to try playing this on the Xbox. For whatever reason, here on the computer, it tells me I'm permanently banned, and I don't know why. I've never cheated, and it happened while I wasn't playing. So I wonder if my account got hacked. Wonder if there's a way for me to get that unbanned because I'd like to play it again sometime on the computer. Um, I have more of the Assassin's Creed games. Again, outside of the first one, I never really played any of them. I tried Origins a, a while back ago. I didn't get very far. I found it kind of boring, if I'm honest. I have the entire Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. Loved all of this. I think my favorite's Arkham City. Um, I loved all of them though. They were really fun. I never 100% completed them, but I always thought about trying to do it sometime. Um, don't know when or if that's ever going to actually happen though. Battle Block Theater is a really fun co-op game. Kind of older, like it's from the 360 era. I I really like it. My wife and I every once in a while get into it and play it. But she's not much into platformers, so it never really sticks. Battlefield, Bad Company 2. Um, it's from the 360 era. So I love my 360 games. Um, I won't get into it, but a lot of them are bought haphazardly. So a lot of them I never actually played. Um, and that's one of them. I think I played a Battlefield game, but I didn't particularly care for it. I just didn't care for it. Wasn't my steez. And I understand that's a lot like Battlefront, the Star Wars game, but if my understanding is correct, Battlefront is just a clone of it. Beautiful Katamari, all of those games were super cute, super endearing. I never beat any of them though. Um, never really holds my attention for that long. Bejeweled 2 and 3 on here, and I have to say, um, some of the hardest games to play on Xbox. It's so much easier to play using a mouse. I have them on here because at one point I just didn't have really a good computer. It kind of flip flops every once in a while. Either I'll have a really good computer, I'll do everything computer wise, or my computer will slowly die out and I can't really afford to replace it. So I um switch to whatever the console is. Because in my opinion, go big or go home when it comes to your computers. Um, I have a game whose title is failing me right now. But I think it's called Biomutant. It was a relatively new game, past 5 years, so deal. I didn't play a whole lot of it. I want to make sure that that's what it's called. I'm gonna do a quick Google search for Biomutant and see what comes up. Biomutant game. Yes, Biomutant. It seemed cute. I didn't get very far. I think it's a rogue, not a roguelike, a Souls like, and those games just don't really pull me in. I have the Bioshock, which I touched on with my Steam review. This one in particular is Bioshock Infinite, which I think is just a gorgeous game, and I really enjoyed playing it. I think everyone dominantly likes it. I haven't seen anyone say anything bad about it, at least. Boom Boom Rocket is really early Xbox 360 arcade era type game. Uh, it's kind of like a rhythm game where you're blowing up fireworks in the sky to a song. Um, it's fun. I used to entertain my kid with it. I would play it and she would think it was actual fireworks, and we had a good time with it. Um, uh, and that was good enough for me because why not? I have um Brain Challenge, which was again 360 arcade era. Um, you, Danny and Aaron have played a couple games quite similar to it, where you're just trying to answer certain odd, use your brain type questions. Uh, hang on a second, I'm gonna pause this. Sorry about that. I had to take that phone call. But yeah, Brain Challenge is just kind of a silly game. It's supposed to make you. I think it helps with the hand-eye coordination more than it does anything else, but even that's good for you. I'm pretty sure I touched on Brawlhalla during my Steam games, and I know I did fully. I have Burnout Paradise, which is I love the Burnout series, but Burnout Paradise went to like this open world thing, and it didn't feel the same to me. It wasn't as enjoyable as the next one, which is Burnout Revenge. That game was amazing. I really, really enjoyed Burnout Revenge. um, I did a lot of time where I played with my brother on it, friends. We would take turns doing races or the special takedowns. Um, it was really fun. Really, it had a lot of fun between all of that. I have a bunch of different Call of Duty like Black Ops, Ghost, Modern Warfare 2. To be fair, the Modern Warfare on here's the remake. Um, Lumping them into one thing. That game needs to just go to, instead of being Ghost or anything like that, it just needs to go to Call of Duty 2026, Call of Duty 2027. It no, I don't think anyone actually cares. I think people think they do. I think certain people have certain feelings towards a series, but I think when it comes straight down to it, I don't think it matters what you call it. It really is just the next year's edition, and that's a hill I'm willing to die on. I have the digital version of Catan. I tried so hard to understand this game, and I don't. I do not understand what's going on. Um, I've tried looking up videos of teaching. I've tried a lot of different things to try and learn how to play this game, and I do not get it. I need someone to explain to me like I'm five. Um, because I am just so stupid when it comes to it. I have crashed about time, which I know I touched on in the trilogy. I also crashed Team Racing again. Not for me. I I would almost just rather play Mario Kart than play this game. And I have people who die on hills to say that this is the superior version of it. I just don't see it. I have Crazy Taxi, which If I'm ever trying to scratch the itch for Simpsons Road Rage, I'll play Crazy Taxi, but I would sooner play Road Rage. I know they're ideally the same game though. I know that they know that I would just I miss Simpsons Road Rage. I have a game called Cross Out. I don't know. I don't remember this game at all. That's all I have. I don't remember that game without like getting into it and looking at screenshots, which I guess I could do real quick. See if I can. Cross Out. Um, I don't know. Almost looks like it's a Mad Max, Twisted Metal type of game. I really don't remember it, but if that's what it is, that's why I would have gotten it. And maybe it just didn't draw me in. I don't remember that game to save my life. Dark Souls 1 and 2 here again. Uh, they're games I keep trying to get into. I'm just not good enough. They're just not my thing. I'm not willing to learn abuse to play a game. I'd rather it come semi naturally to me. Um, There this Darwin project. I don't remember too much about that. I remember I tried it. I just don't remember too much about it. About what kind of game it was. It failed out. I don't think its servers are even up anymore. I have Dauntless, which is like a free Monster Hunter predatory type thing. Oh, I'm being super. Let's creep around my precious. It dawned on me how low to the ground I get when I crouch. It's, it's I forgot I did this. Yeah. Um, I have Dauntless, which it was to me it was super predatory. It was super microtransaction-y, and they really pushed the microtransactions on me. Um, and in that sense, it was not fun for me. I had Defense Grid, which I already touched on. Destiny 1, which I tried to get into with a friend back when that was fresh. I know I also tried Destiny 2. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't my steez. Destroy All Humans, which is the remake, which don't. I think I beat it when I bought the remake. I know I beat it back in the day. It did not age well, in my opinion. A lot of the humor just isn't there. I don't know. I might still play it again though. It is a nostalgic thing for me though. I have Diablo 3, which is amazing. Diablo 2 and 4, which are both. I think all three of them are great. I played a lot of hours into Diablo 3, like an ungodly amount of hours. I have it on Switch, I have it on Xbox, I have it on PC. I thoroughly enjoyed Diablo 3. It was one of my favorite franchises, favorite games. Diablo 2, I also, not with a remake, but with back in the day, I put an ungodly amount of time into. Um, I had a really high level electric sorceress that would go around and there's a group of us. We all it was like a full fledged team. One was like one of the melee types. I want to say barbarian. One was a javelin Amazon. One was a Necromancer, and then me, and we just went to town on things. I've Epic Mickey 2, which I never actually beat because I think it really does rely on you having a friend, and I did not have one. I need to get my wife to try and play it sometime. As the Doom remake, it's not that I'm not into it, but I can't say I got very far. Uh, when it comes to games, sometimes it doesn't matter how good the game is. Sometimes my brain just doesn't click, and I know that Doom is one of them. When I'm playing Doom, I'm having a lot of fun, but I just don't play it for very long. Dragon Age, um, Origins, the first one of the series, um, boring. I found the story so boring. I know it's like a lot of people's favorite games. It's not mine. It's just not. Oh, open. Am I opening packs? What am I doing? Alright, here we go. Is this where I pull the heat? It's interesting to know the spoiler, but not know when it happens. Ooh, that's pretty nice pulls. Also, looking at my $5,000, that's really good earnings for a day. Really happy to see those numbers. It's funny, man. Like, there'll be a break between episodes, but I'm actually getting close to recording more episodes of this, and I'm pretty excited to get back. There was actually a pretty good update that happened between this and that. I don't think it's going to affect my game as it is right here in this state, but down the road, I'll get to experience it, and I'm pretty excited for it. I'll more than be willing to hold that up and read the patch notes for that when not opening packs at least. Right? Make it over here. I don't know why you did that for. That was confusing. There we go. I do get some kind of leeway as far as recording episodes. I used to have to get out to go get my kid, but my kid has stated that she'd rather walk home alone, get some her time going on, which I am all supportive of. $20 for a bag is really nice. Woo! I think it's random, but it oftentimes feels like the best card is at the front of the packs. I could be wrong, but I think it's random, but it really does feel like oftentimes the best cards at the front of the packs. Time to reload. Let's try and find those patch notes. So it looks like there's an update today, um, or maybe not today, but recently. Alright, so um, now our employees have a skill system. It looks like they have like restock card 5 stars, pack machine 1 star. That sort of idea. Instead of it just saying uh very fast, slow, or anything like that. And it looks like they have um like set price, refill sent, pack machine, restock card, man counter, restock shelves. So but I haven't set them to restock cards. That's new. Um, and you can also pay them a bonus, and it'll make them work faster and stuff. So that's pretty cool to see. Um, and seeing them restock cards is pretty cool. It looks like they pull from like a filing cabinet that you load up. So they'll be um cool to see. Uh, yep, you load up this storage unit up, and they'll sell those cards. It looks very similar to um the donation bin, so that'll be fun. Um, even more ways to get rid of my bulk later on in the game, which in my first playthrough has a lot of bulk. Um, Added empty box storage to store. Oh, cool. So now we can have like a storage for empty boxes, like this neat little bin, as opposed to have them just kind of lay around or risk throwing them away. That's awesome. Um, they have like a cylinder shelf that looks really pretty. Has a big old fancy Tetramon in the middle. Uh, Added corner shelves. That's awesome. Looks kind of confusing, but I mean, I get it. So full change list. Added work skill level system. Added ability to pay bonus. Added new work task restart cards. Added card storage. Quick fill section for card storage and bulk donation boxes. Non-graded cards only, which is fine and dandy. Um, Empty box storage. Tetramon shelf. Corner shelf. Box shelf. New customer appearances. Able to set higher fee for play table if store rating is higher. Um, you get less XP gain from it, but that's fine. Um, Certain shelf and display viable cards will boost max customer count. Um, Fixing worker bugs, customer bugs. Um, cool, cool. All around. Very excited to see this update. Like I said, a lot of that won't affect the store that we're currently working on this store, but cool nonetheless. I have Elden Ring on my Xbox, which I've already touched base on. I have it twice because um I wanted to cheat on the computer and play with my friends on here, sort of deal. I have Elder Scrolls Online. I think it's still going. I think it's going strong still. Um, I had a hard time getting into it though. Just it also kind of felt very microtransaction and it felt like they really pushed the microtransactions onto you. I have Fable of Fortune, which is like a just like card game from the game Fable. Open up that. Yeah, pull heat eventually. $61 is pretty nice. Someone outside making a lot of noise. That was $45 right there. That pack was. Sorry, I'm a little spacey. I'm like looking at the screen and spacing out. Sorry about that. Future episodes will be narrated live, so I know how to go back over. What else do I have left open? It's kind of funny when you have any kind of hit or something that like glow that happens around the borders is interesting. Yeah, that should be it for this core pack opening. By the way, I won't consider this um story quote completed end quote until I have all the expansions and stuff. So while there will be breaks, I'll be coming back until that happens. And then once that happens, I'll figure out what the next game is. But Fatal Fortune, I don't really remember a whole lot about. I don't think it was really what I was hoping it was going to be. I do remember feeling like that. I have Fable 2 and 3, and I cannot overstate how much I love these games. Like, if I were to rate my favorite franchises, Zelda would be number one of all time. Borderlands would be number two, and then Fable would be number three of all time. I love even though I play other franchises besides Fable more. Like I play Mario games way more, so you would think that would be up there, but it's not. I love Fable 2 and 3 um so much individually, and I actually reference them quite frequently. Especially the whole. I mean, the game's old, but if there will be spoilers for Fable 3 if you haven't played it. But I do plan on trying to find a way to play it on the channel. I just don't know when or where. Um, but spoiler for Fable 3: the story is about you overtaking your brother, who's this dictator, evil king sword, and you're putting together like this revelation against him. And when you do overthrow him, the game comes. You now know about this evil threat that he knew about that he was trying to prepare for, and that is why he was making some of the choices he was making. Is because he needed the finance to finance this evil thing that's coming, and so you, as king, you're given choices, and you need to have like a certain amount of cash in the treasury in order to kind of succeed in this. And so you can get you're given choices, and the good route does not give you cash, but it's good, so it gives you that. Or you can take the evil route, which saves you money or gives you cash or something. Um, and uh, it kind of goes in from there. And I kind of reference that a lot when it comes to like politics. Of like, well, maybe it's evil what they're doing, but maybe there's like this greater doom threatening us that they're not telling us. I don't know. That's definitely not in any form a defense for Trump and his bullshit. Um, but it is something that I try to keep in mind to the best of my ability. Along with Destiny and Survivor, I loved that show. I'm looking for a way to watch that on a streaming service. It's a really good show. I would highly recommend that as well. Um, I have Fall Guys, which I actually played very recently because I watched the Game Clubs play theirs, and I was like, "Oh man, this game has probably changed so much since then," and it has. It's crazy how much that game has changed. It's still frustrating to no end, and getting that like big win at the end is almost impossible. But um, it's crazy how much it's changed since it first released. Sorry. Um, I have the Fallout 4 New Vegas, which I already touched on its name. And Far Cry Primal, which I tried to get into, and maybe I'll give it another shot. I don't know, because I liked the idea of being like a caveman open world type game. I thought that was a really interesting concept. I think I just have the demo, but it does look like I have Final Fantasy 15. And maybe I did end up getting the game. Um, it did not pull me in like I was hoping it would. That's all I know. I don't really know much about it. Just didn't pull me in. I have Fortnite, which every once in a while I get into a Fortnite vibe and want to smack some kids around. I have Gears of War, just the first one. Um, I don't. I didn't get into it. I think I watched my brother play through it. I think, but it really wasn't my kind of game. The whole duck and cover shooter just didn't pull me in. I have Gems of War. Also, I think some of these games I want to try to keep in mind. At least at one point, having the gold membership, you would get 2 free games a month. And I think that's where some of these games came from. Some of these that I'll talk about and I don't remember, I think came from these free games with gold or whatever. I don't know if they still do it or not. I think I stopped caring because I started to realize that a lot of the games just I never was going to play. It didn't matter if I had them or not. And of all the GTA games, which I know I already touched on, of Halo 3, I never really got into the Halo series. I tried Halo in the first one. I found it so boring. I remember actually legitimately falling asleep mid mission on Halo. It was so boring. Oh, I skipped over Ghostbusters in the video game. I don't remember. I don't remember too much about this. I remember I tried it. I remember thinking it's an interesting concept. I don't remember having fun. And Happy Wars, which I think was one of those free games that I never actually got into. Um, Harry Potter Quidditch, the new one. I remember being over the moon, so hyped for this game. Like the one on the PlayStation 2 was a huge nostalgic thing for me. It was so fun. It had like little challenges with you unlock different teams and stuff, and all this other different stuff that you could do. Um, and I was so hyped for it, but they really overcomplicated the game for me. And playing it online, which is like basically the only way to play it, it was impossible. You would always go against these sweaty tryhards, and it was impossible. And I was not willing. I didn't have the time to commit to learn. Be a sweaty tryhard myself. So it was really disappointing. And then also game became very microtransaction-y, which was a shame. I have Hogwarts Legacy, which I'm not going to get on this hill. I'm not going to get on the hill. Oh, you shouldn't support Harry Potter because F J.K. Rowling. I don't care. I don't care that my purchase of this game trickles into her wallet. I don't. I just don't care. Um, I loved Hogwarts Legacy. I got very close to 100% in it, and I kind of burnt myself out on it. I thought it was a really interesting story, really fun. Alright. I really enjoyed how everything kind of unfolded, and I really enjoyed the combat. Um, and I like the fact that it came out with so much free bonus content after the game, and I think it had microtransactions, but I don't think they were predatory. And that's something to think about and focus on as far as why this game is good and why people should play it and buy it. As it was fun. And that's at the end of the day all I care about is the game fun. I would have been more like, oh no, I fed J.K. Rowling some money if the game wasn't fun, but the game was fun, so who cares? That was again at one point my wife even thought about playing, but and I think she still might. She's slowly developing her like gamer skills. Whether she realizes it or not, each new game she plays, she progresses further and further into becoming an actual gamer, and I'm loving watching the slow progress of hers without trying to push too much one way or another. Um, I have some of the Jackbox Party Pack games. Um, I'm not gonna get too much into it on here. Eventually, I'll do my PlayStation games, and that's where I'll get more into each individual pack. The one thing I will say is I really wish they would come out with this universal game, kind of like a game launcher, where you could buy these packs on that game and play that game from the one launcher instead of having to Switch games to play different packs, to blah blah blah. To having to remember which pack has which game. That gets really old really quickly. I have Connect Sports Rivals, which is non-functional. Even on the picture here, has a little "don't" symbol on it. Um, so I guess I can't really touch too much on Connect Sports Rivals or Connect Sports. What I will say is I thought the Connect was an amazing back to being a little gremlin. But he can't really do much as a gremlin. I thought it was amazing. I know people had their gruff about it and stuff, but I had so much fun. I have so many different memories with Connect and Connect Sports. I remember having a party based around the first Connect Sports and bowling and stuff. I remember having Fruit Ninja, and my cousins would use their hair to slice the fruit. I actually kind of wish I remember that when they were around so I can ask them about it. I might go ahead and send them a message now anyway about it. But like, so there was memories there. And it was such a fun thing. Do I think it was good in the long run? No. Am I surprised that it died out? Also, no. But I don't think it deserves the hate that it got either. I have a Kingdom for Keflings, was just the first of. I had the other one too, but Kingdom for Keflings. It was again one of those Microsoft 360 arcade era days. Um, where you had like their version of Mies, and you were building a kingdom, and it was like you were slowly kind of building an engine of this person is farming wood, and then they will take the wood here, and this person will do stuff with the wood, and then they'll take it here, and then they'll do stuff with the wood, and it will go. It slowly became the same. It was so slow though it wasn't fun. Um, but it was still a thing. I have a Lara Croft game here. Uh, I can't really read what it says. It's like Lara Croft and the something. I never played it. I just didn't. I never played it. I have Lego Batman. Um, I like all the Lego games individually. I do wish that the Lego games, specifically the ones that were, well, honestly, any of them. I miss how they used to tell the story through grunts and hand motions and holding up a sign, and that that was peak Lego humor for me. They still have humor. I still enjoy them, but that was like the peak for me. I really miss those days. And like this Lego Batman, the first one was one of those. Oh, opening up more packs. Not really. Ooh, 877. That's pretty awesome. Uh, maybe it's 817. Seems pretty good cards. This pull. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish the Lego games would go back to that. I like their creativity. Um, it's like with the Harry Potter ones, their creativity and trying to make levels out of the story. That was still it was still a Lego level, but it still kind of told the story at the same time. But even though it's a little early, I'm gonna go ahead and um do the farewell package now. Pulling, good pulling to me. Look at all that. Jeez. Um, and I would like to thank people for watching. Um, if you enjoy this content and want to see more, there will be more coming. Uh, I like I said, I'm actually getting ready to stream now. Oop, getting ready to stream now, and I'll be ending up eventually streaming more of this before too long. So if you're itching to see more of this before normal, come watch my streams. After, otherwise, after the spiral spiral with Schedule One series, there will be more uploads to YouTube. But I will be streaming on Drippy Dove 89. I try to do it every day, Monday through Friday, and then Friday nights I do it about 8:30 to midnight. Um, I recommend watching. I could use all the support possible. Uh, I just wrapped up the Schedule One and Spiral series, so I'll be moving on to something else today. Haven't fully decided what I'm kind of leaning towards. Heavy Rain, $70 is pretty nice. Um, woo, we are pulling heat with this. Um, sorry, you're getting a lot of because I'm still on practice on this. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Any amount of sharing and support I get is fully appreciative. I cannot understate that enough. And I truthfully do appreciate any support my friends, family, and newcomers give me as I strive to climb the ladder here. Slow and easy, slow and easy steps though. Uh, again, thank you. But we'll finish out this. Oh, perfect. I did realize I accidentally skipped over some games like Injustice 2. It's a Mortal Kombat type game, but DC Universe. I loved the Injustice series. I thought it was a lot of fun. Insects, which I think was a free game, I don't really know a whole lot about. Iron Brigade, again, I think it was a free game. I don't know a whole lot about. It Takes Two came out in 2020, and when I say that this game really saved my marriage, I am not um over exaggerating. That game really helped us. We were in a really tight spot, and communication was not key. And so we worked on communication, and we worked on communication through playing games, a game like that. And It Takes Two just really hit home for my family. I'm not saying to only play with a significant other, but do play with your significant other. I could not recommend that, even if you're not struggling. I think it's such a fun game, so good for communication. It's so much fun. Real well written story, all in all. I also skipped over Kingdom Hearts 3. The Kingdom Hearts series as a whole is top 5 franchises as well. That's a game that when they start announcing new games and new content and stuff, I get giddy. I tried playing the mobile game, couldn't get into it, but that's fine. I also skipped over Killer Instinct. I don't remember. I think that's a fighting game, but that's the peak. So those are some games I skipped over on my Xbox library, and I am only doing my library. I'm not doing games with gold or free with Xbox or Game Pass. These are owned games. Uh, did I space out here? Probably did. But I'll be doing more reviews sometime. I don't know when. That's just me trying to fill in the empty space. But I'll be when I record this. I'll be doing it live, so I probably won't be reviewing games on there. I'm maybe with Spyro. I have to do voiceover for that, but that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm so happy with my Spyro series. I'm happy with everything I've done so far on the for the channel. I do have one more episode after this before the break for YouTube. So there will be some time to um review some games too. But here I'm just kind of stocking up. Apparently, I haven't learned to stock up before I buy expansions and other necessary things. That's fine. We're learning. We're And with that, I bid you adieu. Have a good day. See you in the next one. Thank you for all your support and thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.